I'm Kelly. Welcome to the Kelly story. And we'll read let's see. Don't put now. Stranger. Okay. Strangers. Oh, and this book has stickers. Brother and Sister Bear, who live with their mama and papa in the big tree house down a sunny dirt road deep in bear country, look quite a lot alike. Except for the fact that brother was a boy cub and sister was a girl cub. They were alike in many ways, and even though they each has hobbies, brother loved to build and fly model airplanes. Sister had all sorts of special interests. They enjoy many of the same things: bike riding, baseball, soccer, frisbee, and just getting out and enjoying nature. Yes, brother and sister were all alike in many ways, but in some important ways they were different. Brother Bear were cautious and careful and little wary of stranger. Sister, on the other hand, wasn't be least bit wary. She was friendly to a fault. Just about everybody that came her way got a big hello. Hello, butterfly. Hello, frog. Hello, Mr. Truck Driver. Hello, Miss Shopper. Brother worried about sister free and easy with strangers. Strangers weren't a problem for him. Not talking to strangers stood consistent and careful. Brother just fine. But finally, to a fault, sister were different. She talked to everybody. Hello, hi, hello. See? Like, hello, butterfly. Hello, frog. Hello, Miss Shopper. Hello, Miss Truck Driver. Hello. Sister, said Brother, you're going to stop that. Stop what? She asked. Talking to strangers is just not a good idea. Why? She wanted to know. Why shouldn't I talk to strangers? What harm is there in it? Is there something wrong with strangers? Wait. Is there something wrong with strangers? Said Barbara, thinking about it for a moment. Those aren't questions for a brother. Those are for Mama or Papa. Sister Bear, I'm glad you asked those questions, said Papa Bear in his deepest and most serious voice. The reason you should never talk to a stranger and never ever take present from a stranger and never ever go anywhere with a stranger is that dangerous. What's dangerous about it? She asked. What? Eyes. That can't happen. Wide-eyed. Oh dear, thought Mama Bear. I do hope Papa can tell Sister about stranger without making everything scary. Oh, sort of things, Papa said. Here, look at the newspaper. As she looked at it, her eyes got wider and wider. Bear Country News. Stranger brother cub. Missing cub found. Teased grizzly. Questioned strangers. Cub safely missing. Miss cub found. Blah 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 blah. This is what she saw. I hope you're paying attention to all this, called Papa to Brother Bear. Yes, Papa, said Roger, looking over his airplanes. When Sister asked for a bedtime story that evening, Papa said, Of course, I have just the one. It was an old book that Papa had kept since he was a cub. The story was called Silly Goose and Willy Fox. It's told Silly Goose got into conversation with Willy Fox, and before Silly knew quite what was happening, she found herself in Willy's lair. This is how the story ends. Then there was a snip and snap, and all that was left of Silly Goose was few floating feather and a smile on the face of Willy Fox. Sister had a hard time falling asleep that night. Her mind was filled with those headlines. There was even one that said Silly Goose missing. Willy Fox questioned. Stranger brother cub missing cub found. Silly Goose chief grayly missing. Willy Fox quack quack blah 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 blah. Africa, shalla, shalla. The sound of Brother Bear's peaceful breathing finally lulled her to sleep. The next day, dawned bright and friendly to everybody but Sister. She had spent a restful night, and when she looked out the window, everything seemed a little strange. The tree seemed to reach for her, an owl stared at her, and the crowd glared. Let's go out and ride our bike in the village green, said Brother after breakfast, but Sister didn't want to. Brother was puzzled. The green was a bright, busy, friendly place where she loved to play. Well, how about some soccer? But she didn't want to do that either. It wasn't until he suggested Frisbee, her favorite game, that she agreed to go along. Poor Sister. Before they left, they told Mama where they'd be, and they and it was a family rule that they never went anywhere without telling Mama or Papa. That's fine, said Mama. I'm on my way to Farmer Bend for apple. I stopped by for you on the way home. The village green was same bursting place and always been. This is what it looked like to everyone but sister. It looks like with everyone. Everyone looks like this, but sister looks like this. See? That's horrible. Later, when somebody tapped on his shoulder, she jumped a mile, even though it was just Mama. Yeep! How was everything at the village green? Asked Mama on the way home. In the car, sister sat in front with Mama, and brother rode it back to brother of apple. All right, I guess, said sister, but there were so many strangers. Later at home, when Mama and sister were getting ready to make applesauce, Mama said, "You know, what Papa told you was quite right. It's not a good idea to talk to strangers or a packed present or write for them." But she counted, "That doesn't mean that all strangers are bad. Why, Chancer, there wasn't a single person on that green what would harm a fly, much less a fine little cub like you. The trouble is, well, it's like this barrel of apple. There's an old saying that goes, there's always be a couple of bad apples if every barrel. That's the way it is with strangers. Cub have to be careful because of the few bad apples. Look, said sister, I just found one. It's all bumpy and has a funny shape. All bumpy has a funny shape. Well, it certainly is strange looking, said Mama, but that doesn't nearly mean it's bad. You can't always tell from the outside which are the bad apple. She cut in half. See? It's fine inside. Now, here one that look fine on the outside. But inside, it's all wormy. Yuck, said sister. What's up? Asked brother. A bad apple, said sister. Double yuck, said brother. Hey, I'm going to the meadow to find my new pressure plane. What? Want to come? Sure. I can pick some wildflower. She felt much better now, more like her old friendly self. Ooh, ooh my, ooh my. The pusher plane was a great circus, and the cubs were about to head home when someone drove onto the meadow with a big, beautiful orange and green model airplane. Wait, said brother, I want to watch. It's a radio control job. The pusher plane was a great circus, and the cubs were about to head home when someone drove. sister went back to picking wildflower, but before she knew it, Brother was talking to the stranger. For that's what he was, a stranger, no matter how big and beautiful his radio control job was. She dropped wildflowers and ran over to them. I'm going to send it up and follow in a car, the stranger was saying. Want to come along? Wow, said the brother, and he would would have if the sister hadn't grabbed his arm and said, "Don't you dare!" The stranger drove following his airplane, and sister ran home shouting, "Brother, talk to strangers! Brother, talk to strangers!" But it was a big orange and green radio control job, said Brother. That doesn't matter, said Papa. We have rule about strangers, and they're important. We have rule about tail too, said Brother, glaring at sister. Sister wasn't tattling. Tattling is telling just to be mean, explained Mama, and sister was telling because she loved you and was worried. Do you think that fellow was a bad apple? Said Brother. Probably not. That's right, said sister. Most folk are friendly and nice and wouldn't hurt a fly. But you have to be careful just in case. Speaking of apples, said Mama, how about some of this applesauce I just made? As they sat having a dish of Mama's delicious applesauce, Brother and sister thought about what they had learned that day. There were quite a lot to think about. For Brother and sister, Wolfer cups, turn the page. Brother and sister bear, Wolfer clubs. 1, blah blah blah. 2, blah blah blah. 3, blah blah blah. 4, blah blah blah. 5, blah 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 blah. 6, blah 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 blah. This. Okay. Oh, time's up. And when I say time's up, everyone, and you say it, done. Like that. Okay? Time's up. Okay. And thanks for listening. And goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.